Well, we're there. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of The Left, The Right, and everything in between. I am Des Rant.
Mr. Rogers.
How was your day and how's your Mr. Rogers?
Oh, better than it was last week.
Good time.
Unfortunately, we couldn't make the show last week. Mr. Rogers is in a bit of pain.
Yeah, it is what it is. It happens to the best of us. So I got to figure out how to do it on my phone. So if nothing else, I'll be Des Rant on my YouTube. I got to say that because it's more fun. It makes it feel like it's more actually, like a thing.
There you go.
So what's new otherwise? Not a whole lot since last week.
Just ice fishing,
Yep.
Keeping things up. Gotta catch them walleye.
You gotta get them, to eat them,
Yeah, you betcha. Eh?
You betcha, eh? We're gonna be talking about Canada a little bit later. What's the fun fact of the day?
So we have a few fun facts. So we're gonna go with the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy day. Lazy dog. I am so sorry about that. Anyways, that used the entire alphabet right there. Another fun fact, did you guys know the humans are the only species known to enjoy spicy foods? Yeah, weird. I don't enjoy spicy foods. I mean, I don't think my stomach does. You does?
Once in a while. I had some jalapenos for dinner today.
That spicy stuff up?
You're damn right. But what animal likes to get drunk other than humans? Isn't there like an elephant that'll walk across a certain part and for a certain kind of...
they don't really have a brewery, I don't think.
But there's like a fruit that ferments, what's it called?
Fermentation.
Yep, where it gets them actually drunk.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty. I'm sure there's little flies around sometimes.
That's a fun fact that I have,
Speaking of fruit, bananas is the only fruit that cannot reproduce.
The banana's not a seed, huh?
Mm-mm. It has to go up the tree. So bananas cannot reproduce. There you have it, folks.
Fun facts of the day, and they're kind of crazy. Question of the day. Actually, I got two of them while we're doing it here. What do you think about what's going on in Canada and with the U.S. as well? That's all one question. And also, what do you think about the whole thing going on in Ukraine with Russia? Those are the two questions of the day. I think we're good to get started with the next part.
Sounds good. So that's going to be... So I don't know what you guys do for a living at all, and it's not my business. Now, I do a business job. I'm a regional account manager, and that's what I do. I went to college and what have you. Now, I'm not saying better than anybody by any means. So I'm going to ask you a question. Business jobs versus tech jobs. Journeymen, carpenters. Those are kind of tech jobs we're talking about. Electricians. Those guys make way more money than I do.
Yeah.
They went to school. They had some sort of training, right?
Yep.
But it's not always a given. They have to work. There's unions and stuff involved. Yep. And what do you think about that, guys?
Well, so we're talking tech jobs versus actual, once again, business.
Yep.
When it comes to tech jobs, when it comes to the schooling part, it goes straight to what they're going to be doing. When it comes to like a business degree or something like that, that's a little bit different because I think there's more education for the most part.
Right. You can compare, a plumber to somebody on Wall Street.
Yep.
But I'm talking like us normal Joes, right?
Yep.
Pulling 75, 80K.
Yep.
I mean, these electricians are pulling way more than that.
Good times.
And they didn't pay, $100,000 for a crazy education like I had.
Like I went to a technical school for 1 year. I went for sales, and I work where I work.
Yes, you do. You have a good job. You have full benefits.
And the nice thing is, it's actually close to home, which is actually a big bonus. I've been there almost 20 years. It's one of those things where it is what it is. I like it.
And it's one of those things I think like the left looks down on people that have to do the plumbing.
Yeah, they do. They think that they're the peasants,
I don't agree. Like they got a better house than you guys. I'm like, their stuff is paid.
One thing about those people that have certain degrees, like in major universities that don't end up making anything, like you know what I'm talking about. Yep. It's funny. Why in the hell would you waste your time on a degree when you're not going to go anywhere?
I'm studying liberal arts. Cool. Would you get out for that? I'm like, I work at McDonald's, getting $15 an hour. I'm gonna get management someday,
and I can have all the fries I want. So,
But there are other jobs that you can get, though.
Yep.
Business career jobs. I'm not saying that. I said I went to business. I'm the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yep.
But there are jobs out there for me that I can obtain because I have a college degree.
Yep.
Where, if you're a plumber electrician, you might have to get retrained or
Or
whatever.
exactly.
So that I
maybe like a yearly thing.
I don't want to be an electrician anymore. I don't want to be a plumber anymore.
Well, exactly.
But again, people are making bank.
Yeah, they are. If they can stay with that, that's what to do.
So it really all depends on what you want to do. But when you're going to college, I understand you're trying to find yourself. Maybe find it real quick, because otherwise it's really, really spendy.
And here's a food for thought actually on this one. If you're not sure what you're gonna do yet, right after high school, maybe go work for 1 or 2 years.
Or travel, Des.
If you got the money for it, you can.
I want backpacking.
But at the same time, that's their time to maybe go work for a couple years, and then if they think of what they want to do, then you go to college.
Right. But again, I was overseas, and so I traveled.
You're dang right. You're a gosh darn hero.
I'm okay. Yeah. So's the cat.
But that's, in the end, everybody's got to know what they want to do when it comes to college.
You're never gonna know what you're gonna want to do in the end. I understand you're gonna fool around, but honestly, don't spend the type of money at college just to go to college.
Exactly.
It's not worth the money.
Because you want to go partay and go.
I mean, I can say it's kind of worth it.
But as long as you get a good paying job, But the thing about it is nowadays is the best time, because now everybody's looking for workers.
Yep.
Go to college quick.
Go work.
Go to work.
Apply.
Go both.
These people actually, a lot of people are applying right now are asking for people to work. They'll pay for you to go to school and get the training.
Well, that is true.
I wish I had that kind of an opportunity. Like, what? You're gonna pay me to go to school?
That's the way to do it, actually.
Sign me up, bro. Well, the military pays for school too.
Yep. So. Don't they pay for basically all of it?
Yep. Well, if you do so many years and what have you, and
well, because you're putting your life on the line every time you go overseas and stuff.
Yeah, I might trip on the way to the chow house. Could happen.
All right. Should we go to the next topic, or do you want to talk about this one?
We're good, Des.
Okay. Trumpets in the sky. So back in 2012 to 2017, around the world, there might have been sooner than that, but that's what I saw on the YouTube. There was trumpets that were blaring in the sky. It sounded like trumpets. And it's one of those things where it made you wonder, is the apocalypse really going to happen? Because in Revelations, they say before it actually happens, the angels blow the trumpet. And the thing about it is, of course, the scientists are trying to, tell us what it was. Because
what did the scientists think it was?
They said it was something in the sky, up over the atmosphere, coming in the Earth type of thing. Okay. Where the thing about it is, like, when it comes to the science, it's one of those things where you gotta have faith. I believe they were actually possibly trumpets, but at the same time, I don't know for sure.
Those are some crazy sounds. So Des actually sent this to me because I've never heard about it, and so I looked up into it. And I'm looked into it and kind of did my own sort of research on this. And it's if you get a chance, please research trumpets in the sky. It is actually just amazing of the sound just going blasting, and it's like it's all.
I've got goosebumps just talking about it.
It is all over the world, and it doesn't matter if it's a big town or big city or a tiny village. It's all over, and it's just like, what the hell was that?
And the greatest thing about it, it was actually at a baseball game here in the U.S.
Yes,
that was actually
and everybody's going like, bro, did you hear that?
The announcers are like, well,
did you hear that?
The announcers are like, that's kind of eerie. I love that the fact that they actually said something about it, because it was, and it was like, so it sounded like they were possibly like
do the noise again, Des. Okay.
But it was kind of like that. It was the reason why I came around that, actually, on that video, I was talking to somebody, and this was a few years ago. And they asked me if I saw this video about trumpets in the sky. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So finally I got home, and I've been hooked on it ever since. Once in a while, when I want to get a little bit eerie feeling, I actually I gotta put that video back on, because it is eerie. And those people are like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it'll happen, Des.
Oh, exactly. So if you got time, look up trumpets in the sky. It's worth it.
It is very cool.
And there was actually another video where a priest was like, for all of these videos, he kind of was able to put them together, and it sounded like kind of like a band.
Oh.
It was kind of actually
They got the
interesting.
band back
The
together.
Angels did.
I'm on Gabe's side.
Well, I'm gonna stick with
You're probably gonna be Michael.
well, I was thinking Castiel from Supernatural.
Oh, there you go.
It's one of those things where Castiel actually had balls, and he actually went against the Apocalypse.
In the show.
In the show, yeah. Supernatural's a show, but it's still a good show.
And
should we go to the next one?
Yes, Des.
That was just one of the fun ones we wanted to do for tonight.
We're gonna actually try and do that more, folks, for you. It's not gonna be all politics. We just want to talk, something fun, something relatable.
So if you have something that you guys want us to talk about, where we look it up, we will gladly talk about that topic.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it's what
keep it, just rated R, not MA.
Exactly. We're not gonna show no boobies or nothing. Come on, that's funny. That's terrible. Should we go to the next one?
Yes, yes.
Should we do the Ukraine or the Canada one first?
You pick, yes.
Well, they're both a shit show.
Let's go Ukraine.
Okay, Ukraine first. So, what's your take first?
Well, I don't know what you guys know about the Ukraine right now. It's always been in turmoil. I mean, they've shot down airplanes. It's been proven by the media. Now Russia is going in there and kind of claim their spot back. There's a big turmoil over the people and politics and whatnot. I mean, you have to read the news. I mean, you're going to see one side and you're going to see the other. Right now, today, I believe they injured 169 people in Ukraine, Russia did, and killed over 50 people.
Yep.
Now, these are big motherfuckers. I've been to Ukraine, and they're not small people. And they're fighting, and they're doing launches and stuff like that. Right now, women and children are still okay, as far as I know. But Ukrainians have come storming in. Now, the U.S. does have something called advisors there. Right? So what happens? What is an advisor? You might want to ask. Do you know, Des?
I'm guessing somebody that's advising their military what to do.
An advisor is somebody that's in the military that's not yet sanctioned to fight.
Oh, really? So, I thought that would be like a person saying
your military is just you're advising on what's going on. So we have 3,000 advisors sitting over there at least.
That's a lot of advisors.
Yeah. Got a fact check. Got to do the fact checking, bro.
Oh, exactly. Son of a nutcracker.
And so what's happening around? There's a lot of turmoil, and one, do not mess with Putin.
No,
I choose life.
Exactly.
That man, his bodyguards need him.
Exactly. It's one of those things where this one's a tough one for me, actually. Because
so what do you think about it, Des?
Okay, we're gonna get.
You think Ukraine should say, hey, because right now they're in a state of emergency.
Yeah, they are.
Do you think they should be asking us for help?
Well, first I want to rewind a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, so back when Biden did the whole get out of Afghanistan the way he did it, the world leaders were watching that.
Correct.
And during this time, they're like, oh, I'm trying to do a Russia. I can't do a Russia accent. I can't do. I wish I could. But anyway. But anyway, during this time, Russia, China, and North Korea were watching this happen, and now they're actually licking their frickin',
Well, you know what Biden gains from this, right?
What's that?
Biden's been paid $1 million a year from Ukraine. That's why he's got special interest in keeping Ukraine safe, and that's why there's a big battle royale now with Russia. Putin wants his money.
But, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, when these world leaders are watching the U.S. fail at the Afghanistan, leaving.
Afghanistan's that's going to be a tough situation.
But you know what I mean, though. That's what they were watching. Because Trump actually had an idea, and if Trump would have still been in office, they were not going to screw with it because they had known that you would have been back.
It's hard to tell sometimes. I mean, I'm going to go on the left side of this. I'm like, we did need to somehow get out of there a little bit. We are there for mineral rights. We did control the area, but you're basically taking the gangs of New York and giving them rocket launchers going.
Well, thank you.
Hi, you get a little BB gun compared to them. It's like, all right, figure some stuff out. It's like, this dude's shooting at me with rockets. Come on. And that's their homeland. Like, they know their caves.
Exactly.
And we're sitting there all night. Well, got some bananas over there, and I found a rock over there.
But over there's some
went snowboarding down that mountain.
But over there's Chuck Norris.
Yeah. But it's a very complicated situation. But
yep. But
I don't like seeing people getting hurt or dying, man.
Well,
not anymore. I mean, I never did like it, but
at the end of the day, I do think this whole thing came about the way Biden pulled out the way he pulled out.
That's what she said.
Exactly. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because they saw America as weak at this point, and they're like, that's why China was saying, telling Russia to go for it. Because now China will probably go after Taiwan next.
Let's not have that happen, because you're going to see everything skyrocket.
But it's probably going to happen.
Oh, I agree. Yep. Right now they're controlling. The thing is, China though wants us to be the ally because they lose us, they lose their money.
Exactly. We're their piggy bank, literally.
Yep. We're paying for all the computers, and they got top of the tariffs now. On top of that.
Yep.
For their imports, to import their car to the United States is 2.5% tariff tax. That's what we're charging. They're charging us 25% to bring our vehicle over there.
Yep.
Something ain't right in North Dakota. Just throwing that one out there.
Oh, at the end of the day, this whole thing with Ukraine sucks, though.
It's not a good deal. No one wants to see war.
No, it does. It's one of those things where,
especially Russia.
Or
Russia.
The mutter. Well, and the whole thing is, where does it end? Because right now it's Ukraine. Who says that Putin doesn't go after somebody else that next, actually?
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's how I look at it.
He's got to fill up Siberia somehow.
We'll be talking more about that, I'm sure, next week, because by then there's going to be a lot more.
This is a growing situation.
Exactly. Like last night, from the time I did my rant on Facebook till the time I actually went to bed, it was a big difference. From 8:30 till 11 o'clock, that's when the bombing already had started. It was during that time. It's like, holy crap. They actually had to freeze the banks actually in Ukraine during that time also.
Perfect.
Exactly. It's pretty
exciting. Not getting my money back?
At least there was something on Fox News that it was on Hannity or...
So down like 23 over there. Left it there on the best for good, I think vodka went at the back. Son of a biscuit.
Exactly. Son of a nutcracker.
Uncle John's corn cob pipe.
Should we go to the last one for the night?
We sure as can, Des.
All right. Thoughts on Canada. So question of the day again. What is your thought about the dictator that is Justin Trudeau? What is your thoughts about the truckers and now the truckers here in the U.S.? Which I agree with 100% they should be doing because it's your body, your choice. The Liberals been able to do for years with abortion and that crap. Why can't we do that as Americans?
Why don't you go ahead on Trudeau, Des?
Okay. First and foremost, Trudeau has been saying anybody that doesn't get vaccinated and anybody that supports these truckers are pretty much terrorists in Canada. Another thing that he said pretty much was, if you guys are for these people, we will find out and we will actually freeze your banks. They will pretty much do whatever they can to take you down.
But the Queen loves her.
Was it the UN was UN government? The military was brought there and everything.
Yeah, if you're gonna start freezing up movements of transportational goods,
yep,
you're basically crucifying the country.
And
he's are.
I'm surprised he's not resigned yet.
So from an industry, that I know well with trucking and stuff.
Yep.
I have vehicles up there right now. We're stranded because they blocked the roads. We had to actually move 1,000 miles to go back into the United States. They're U.S. drivers just unloaded trying to go back to the United States.
Son of a.
Not bringing any goods. Just going, hey, bro, just want to go through. No, we're Canadian.
You betcha, eh?
You betcha. It's only a certain amount. So.
Yep.
Now they're talking about this going on the U.S. side, but our drivers should be part of the spot. This is your mom and pops. The people are really freaking all about this. And right now we have the victory ride and all that stuff. But what's going on in Canada is you can't cut off your people. They need these goods. I understand there's price differences, and I get that, but you don't kill your truck driving system, especially in the wintertime.
Exactly. Well, like they were actually taking the gas away from the drivers. People that were bringing gas to them so
The
they
fuel,
could
yep.
fuel. They took it away and said they couldn't do that. And now, like when they were giving money to the GoFundMe, whatever it was for the truckers,
Yep.
they freeze that and everything, and it's like it's a dictatorship over there. And he's been more blackface more times than the frickin'
Blackface?
Yeah, blackface.
Oh boy.
I think it's hilarious. Oh man.
But you gotta see their point of view. So what is their side? What are they trying to say? Why are they doing this?
Trudeau?
Yeah.
They want to make sure everybody's safe.
And I get that. They want to keep COVID and stuff away from people. They want to transformable diseases and stuff.
Yep.
I get that. And that transportation is a big form of that.
You damn right
it is. And none of those drivers want to do COVID tests.
And they don't want to do this. But at the end of the day, actually, 90% of these truck drivers have been vaccinated.
Have them?
Yeah. The thing about it is they're doing it for the freedom of the rest of the Canadians.
Little Joey at the end of the baseball game.
Exactly.
That just never got to play.
See, to that, you got to give them more respect because you know what? At the end of the day, it's your body, your choice. If you want to get the vaccine, if you're young and you feel healthy and you don't trust it yet, you want to wait because we don't know the outcome of this.
It's up to everybody. Like, we're not here to push the COVID like you do a flu shot. We care less what you do.
I've not been jabbed, and for a glorified cold at this point, I won't get a jab either.
I have not been jabbed, my friend, yet either. I'm still COVID negative.
I was
in the doc again today. Had labs yesterday. COVID negative.
I had the Vidac in November. I almost called it what I usually call it. So I stopped. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Don't want to get a fact checker on here.
But what the moral of the story is they're trying to protect their people, and I get that, guys. They're trying to protect their people, but again, they're hurting them at the same time.
They're killing
trying to not give them the goods that they need to stay healthy.
Well, one video that really pissed me off, and this is a reporter. She was trying to report in the front lines, and she got hit by tear can gas.
Oh, tear gas.
And then
it's lovely.
And then after that, the police were, with their sticks pushing them back, and she ended up falling over.
The batons.
Yep. Oh, I was irate. I went on Instagram right away after that one because Instagram is the one I do whenever I want. This one and the Facebook is a different one, but Instagram whenever I'm raged about something, raged about the machine. I get a little pissed off about that kind of stuff.
Well, what do you guys think? It's up to you, folks. Chime in. I mean, I'm gonna try and set some surveys and stuff on these. So you guys say yes, no, disagree, don't like it, thoughts, concerns.
Exactly.
Screw you, Des, Mr. Rogers. You can drown in a swimming pool, whatever.
We're still a young channel here. It is what it is. I'm still calling us the baby yet. We gotta, keep the baby going.
Is there anything more you'd like to add, Des?
I think I got everything out of my system, kumbaya style.
So thank you for joining us and watching us. And if you find this interesting, let your friends know.
Yep.
And honestly, come at us. Ask us questions. I mean, I would love a hard question that I can't answer.
Because then we got to do research. That's how we get better.
I will promise you this. If you give me a question I can't answer, I will find an answer for you.
We will do it on the following episode because we want to make sure we're 100%.
Again, this is opinion based. I'm not going to give you all the facts. I could.
So we're ready to do the closing then?
We are, my friend.
All right. Once again, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys. Until next time, hopefully next week, Thursday, 6:30-ish time, Central Time. Until next time, peace. And I also plan on figuring out my phone so I can go live on my phone if this doesn't work once in a while. So
stay frosty.
Oh yeah.